Hello, everybody, and welcome on a Saturday night. We're in Thanksgiving mood in November. Welcome, everybody. Inhale to the count of 4
Silhouettes of you are like
and
a
exhale.
dawn. Never really know just what you want.
Inhale again
With
to
you,
the
I
count of
don't ever
4
feel calm. I can feel the sweat
and
inside my
released.
palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't
Inhale
understand
one
the
more
pain
time
of you don't ever wanna give
and
me
just
wings.
release
You
everything
don't ever
that
wanna
does
set me
not
free. You know
serve
I'm
you
addicted
well.
to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins.
Dear Dana. We'll let that play a little bit in the background. Hello, everybody, to Dear Dana. Hello, Henry Nelson. How are you? Welcome, everybody, to Dear Dana. We're about to creep up on Thanksgiving. For those that live in the States, sorry for the delay, everybody. I got my hair caught in a zipper. What a way to start, yeah? But welcome, everyone. You know, I got to thinking about the holidays coming up for those that live in the States, and Christmas for that matter. And I thought about, it's so joyful sometimes and happy. The holidays can be very happy, but it also brings about all kinds of emotions, right? It can bring about stress, and joy, and gratitude. It can bring about stress too, and grief and blues. Yeah, it flew by. I mean, it seems like yesterday, Henry, that I was still swimming in my pool. Taking that last swim, getting through the last summer stuff. I mean, heck, today, here in Georgia, the weather's wonky. But one day it's like really cold. And like today, we were wearing shorts. It totally felt like spring. Are you in the States, Henry? We're in the States. And today it felt like spring. Completely felt like spring. And I was like, whoa, this funky weather? This funky weather is messing with me. And I was like, although I'm so happy to see everybody, Wisconsin, what's the weather like there? When the holidays come, I miss my son. I miss my dad. I'm happy to see everybody else. And now my daughter is getting real itchy to move out. Fine today, it was 26 this morning and 50 this afternoon. Woo! It was freezing where you are this morning and moderate where you were this afternoon. Whoa. And hey, in the bushes, by the way. I know there's a lot of people that watch in the bushes. I think some people are afraid to say they watch Dear Dana because we talk about, psychological, spiritual, social, all those kind of things. And it's probably not cool for some of you to say that you watch. But yeah, I was thinking, some of the things about holidays, I love the lights when the holidays come up. I love the spirit of the holidays and everything, and about feeling grateful and gracious and gratitude and being good to people and getting to see friends and relatives you haven't seen. But then, here and there, the blues take me. And the moments of grief. And I try not to let the grief take me. but I do miss my little boy. In hypnosis the other day, we still do practice, and I usually end up doing practice on people. People want me to do it more than I get the opportunity to let people do it to me. But finally, somebody wanted to practice on me instead of me doing hypnosis to them. And I was so relieved because it feels so good. And I think I was so stressed and so ready just to let go. Just to let go and release myself. And just let go. I let go too hard. I was just ready to go. And I went to a very deep place because I was wanting to. And that doesn't typically happen. I was wanting to. And when I did, because I'm searching for the light. And I know I've said it before, a long time before, but I had a near-death experience when I was 12. So I think I was searching for the light so hard and letting go that when I went into that hypnosis, I actually saw my dad and my son. And my son looked grown to me and was giving me messages. My husband, his company that he worked for closed. He hasn't had a job in 3 months. And my son was trying to reprimand me about the stress I was quietly holding and letting me know a job was coming. And I was like, is my mind, I should have known better. I was like, is my mind doing this? Or is this really a message from him? So I decided to accept it, but I think I was so gobsmacked that I was seeing him in a grown, healthy, standing form, and my dad was with him, that I was just trying to take it all in. And seeing them both together so close to the holidays, it was just really, really amazing, you know? And I think I didn't want to come out of that hypnosis. I think I was just trying to hold on to it. Because two of the people I missed the most in the world were standing there in full color. And that's, like I said, that's not something typically that happens in hypnosis. And I was just like wanting to stay there for dear life, you know? But, you know, we see the commercials cheering us on. It's the holidays and showing us all these things we need to buy. And, you know, throwing all this food on there and talking about us getting together with people. And this year I'm cooking the dinner, which is my turn and I don't mind. And I love cooking for the family and everything. But I think it just hit me. And I see my daughter getting very, very itchy. Hey, Erin D. Sweet, sweet, precious angel girl. I know you're not a girl, sorry. I see my daughter getting itchy. I can feel her getting itchy. Look, I feel everybody. But I especially feel those I love, whether they say the words or not. People may not understand when I say that. I'm so excited that you're here, Erin. I think a lot of moms probably do this. That intuitive thing. Some dads too. Hey, Unapologetically Romeo. Please check out his channel. Hey, Sarah McCluskey. But I feel that in her. Like the internal planning, the internal wanting to try to get out. Like inside of her, there's something going on. Like one foot's almost out the door. Sarah has been sick. Everybody bless her sweetheart. She says, hey, went to urgent care today, found out she has bronchitis. She's on antibiotic cough medicine, nasal spray and inhaler for wheezing and shortness of breath. I hope you feel better soon, Sarah. I got very sick a few weeks ago and it took me down. And it was something along that line. It is not easy. Drink plenty of fluids, take your medication, and get some rest. Get rest, rest, rest. I know you've been sick for weeks. Thank you for their prayers to her. Everybody send prayers of healing to her. But I thought this topic might be good tonight because as great as the holidays are for people, it can be, as great as they are for people, the holidays, they can be very difficult for people too. And like Thanksgiving, they can be wonderful for people, but when you get in a room full of relatives, there can be all kinds of emotions too. Good and bad ones, and passive-aggressive ones, and loving ones, and all kinds of personalities. It just is what it is. I know that when I go into a holiday with all the personalities and all the feelings and all the stuff, for instance, when Thanksgiving is over, it's not just about the cooking and stuff. When all the people are there and all the energy and stuff, I am completely sucked dry, and it takes me a good couple of days to recover. Do your groove, Romeo. I decided I'd play it low. Just low. Low. Thank you, Aaron. Go liked the song and decided to play it on his channel because he heard it on this one. I don't own the song. So I saw him continue to play it low, low, low. So I decided, that's probably a good idea. Instead of just cutting it off, just playing it very low and having some kind of vibe. Yeah. I know, honey, that's rough. And sometimes you might want to check your home, Sarah, to see if there's some kind of, what is it I'm trying to say? One time we lived in a house, and behind one of the tiles, or a few of the tiles in the bathroom, where it wasn't sealed properly, there was mold in the house. Sometimes you might want to check your house for mold. Unapologetically, Romel says, I am so happy that I don't host anymore. Growing up at my grandmother's house was the holiday party house. And then in 2014, she passed. I'm so sorry. And then my mom took over. It is very stressful. Primarily, one of my brothers and I used to be me a lot every year. And now one of my brothers and I are taking turns. But let me tell you, even when one of my brothers and I take turns, I still end up cooking the food and bringing it, most of it. Not a lie. I still end up cooking most of the food and bringing it. He always buys the ham, though, from Honey Baked. But that doesn't count as cooking. I end up cooking most of the food and bringing it. My mom's gotten older. She'll make the stuffing and the gravy. And she'll often make a cake, a box cake or whatever. But honey, She's been doing that for years. You would think that she that she has been slaving in the kitchen for 20 years. It's the way she talks. Hey, KK Bootsy. So nice to see you. I'm so very sorry about your mom, Romeo. I can understand. I love my mom, but Lord have mercy. I was telling her today, I was like, Mom, it's fine if you just do the dressing and the gravy, and whether you want to do the cake or not, that's up to you. I don't like your tone. I don't like it when people try to treat me like an invalid. And I didn't even have a tone. I was just trying to look out for her. I said, Mom, I'm not trying to have a tone. I'm just looking out for you. I mean, she was just like, oh, Lord, I couldn't have won if I tried. I wasn't even trying to win. I didn't have a tone with her or nothing. I was just like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? Please help me. It would not have mattered if I sound like Sister Mary Catherine from wherever. It would have sounded like a tone. She was in one of those kind of moods. And I was just not sure what direction to take. Because I said, Mama, I don't have a tone. It is how you're taking it right now. Because I didn't know how to modify my voice anymore. As not to set her off. It was like, oh, please help me. So she didn't feel good for one thing. She just got through. Your brother Sean doesn't want me to have to do a lot of things. And I understand that. And I don't want her to have to do anything she doesn't feel like doing. But it was one of those situations, it didn't matter what direction you took. Sarah says, I'm so sorry, Ramil. He says, years ago we have it hosted because my house was a family holiday party. His mom has passed 4 years ago. And now that, and she loved hosting and games, etc. I didn't like it, so now it's just small. I get it. Sarah says, we do have black mold, but I had not been sick the whole time. We've had it. It's in my bathroom. But we'll be moving out of our trailer soon and moving into an actual house. I laughed a lot today. I'm glad, Sarah. But my mom said, I'm prone to bronchitis. I had it very bad before I turned 1, to the point I was in the hospital for a week. That's not good. Ramel says, I hate the holidays deep down sometimes, but I appreciate that I still have siblings. But while people was 2021 partying, I was planning a funeral. I'm very sorry. But I think it's good not to be alone during the holidays. Ramel said, so do both of you cook together? Why, heck no. No to the no, 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 no. She cooks in her kitchen. I cook in mine. You know, my house is a decent size, but my kitchen is so small. My kitchen is so small. But this house was built in 1955. So the way they decided you needed your space, I would have thought they'd make more room in the kitchen actually in this house. But they added on to different parts of this house in the 70s. This house is just built weird. I'm just going to say, this house is built weird. I'm grateful I have a home, but it's built weird. Sarah, I hope you do feel better. I want to know how everybody in general is feeling. I'm happy that I can have my daughter around, my family around. etc. But, I like to have remembrances of my dad and my son around for the holidays. Because I feel them around. Yeah, you do need that inhaler, Tara. I feel them around. Just because they're not physically here does not mean their presence is not around. But I want to know how all of you feel during the holidays. How do you take care of your emotions? And, I would like to go serve other people during the holidays. Actually on Thanksgiving sometime, I would just go like to serve other people. Sometimes I have been known to get those foam containers and fill them with Thanksgiving dinner and go take them to people that haven't had the chance to have Thanksgiving. Because there's always too much food left over. Because I have seen people that haven't had the opportunity to have a Thanksgiving dinner. And I typically will just hand out the food if they want to take it. Up to them. Up to them. If they see me before, if they see me as friendly or whatever, a lot of times they've seen me around. I feel happier when I'm being of service. Honestly. Than sitting there and eating food. Frankly, I'd rather do things with my family and be of service. Oops. Romeo says, yes, Sarah, it's good to give back. When I was growing up, we used to do that with my mom and go to homeless shelters and give out food. I love that, Romeo. I'd rather do things like that. Or make the food and seal it up and go give, Because, I end up spending money I don't have half the time, making all this food, all that extra food left over. When half the time I can't eat very much of it myself. I send as much of it as I can back with family. I want to know what people are grateful for. And I want to know how you're feeling inside when the holidays creep up. What do you need emotionally during the holidays? Not as, some people might think, what is she talking about as far as things? Now, what do you need emotionally? I'm so very sorry, Sarah. Sending love and prayers and healing to you, Sarah, and your brother, Aaron. Hoping you feel better very quickly. And if you're seeing this in the replay gang, think about what are your blessings? What are you grateful for? But, be honest and transparent within yourself. If you're feeling blue, talk about that. And what do you need emotionally? If you're in the community, if you need somebody to reach out to you, let us know. Or let me know. Or even DM me, okay? But what do you need emotionally? Are you feeling blue? Are you feeling down? Are you going through grief, right? Are you having your ups and downs, right? Remember, so I'm grateful for seeing another year. And what I need is for continued peace and positivity. I love that, Romeo. I really love that. Our world Our entire world is going through uproar, peace-wise, war-wise, economically, spiritually, emotionally, mental health-wise, in every possible way you can even imagine. In every way you can imagine. And more than ever, people need to be caring about other people and reaching out and being kind. You know what I mean? Being kind to other people. Knowing that people are emotionally dealing with things. I guarantee you, every single person that you encounter is dealing with something on some emotional level. It may be smaller, it may be a lot greater. You know what I'm saying? There will never be a holiday that goes by that my heart is not being affected by my son not being here. There's never going to be a holiday that I'm not going to be emotional about my child not being here. It really hasn't been that long. Oh, Romeo. He says, I'm crying right now because I thank God my prayers was answered. I asked God to take the people that are not supposed to be in my life, and He did this year since January, and I was shocked by some. I can imagine, Romeo. I can imagine. Bless your sweetheart, wrapping you in light, wrapping you in the wings of angels and that of God, understanding what you're saying. People will show you their light or their lack thereof and their colors. They will show you that. Stand in your power, know who you are, be true to yourself. And the people that are genuine and true and have integrity will always stand in the same true light that they are. Oh, thank you so very kindly, Aaron. Thank you so very kindly. From the bottom of my heart. Ramel, listen, here's what I know to be true. If you stand in your integrity, in your light, and always be genuine, and don't ever deviate from that, people will see you for who you are, and you will see others for who they are. Never engage in the darkness. Never go low. Always resonate higher and expand. Water seeks its own level. Do you understand what I'm saying? And when you go low, that attracts low creatures. Thank you so much, Romeo. I pray for that too for you, Romeo. Allowing your heart to expand and the happiness to come forward for you, and the ache to be little, and to remember the essence of who your mother is, because I genuinely feel like you are the most like your mom. And her energy grows and thrives through you. It grows and thrives through you. That's good, Sarah. At this point, Sarah, just take care of yourself, love. Okay? It doesn't matter what you don't have at this point. Just take your medication and try to get well. And you know, Ramel, Energy can't be created or destroyed. We are the energy that God created. And these bodies carry us around. And the energy of Christ, the energy that was in us that made these bodies move around, leaves these bodies. Leaves these bodies. So the essence of your mom is always watching over you. She most definitely is, Ramil. And I dare say that you can feel her sometimes. And that she's very proud of you. And I would set a place for her in honor. I sure would. It's okay to have feelings about, even if a few years has passed. Yes, Sarah, to break up that bronchitis, Erin is right. You got to drink lots of water, girl. Lots of water. But it's okay to address your feelings. Don't stuff them. Thank you. All pain is pain, Ramil. But yeah. All pain is pain. I always keep his photo with me. Good. Get you some vitamin C. We got photos all over the house. I got this sweet one right here of Noe. But I went to hypnosis and saw him as a grown man day before yesterday. That was shocking. You're not supposed to see him in hypnosis, but I did. That's my Noah. But you feel it. I feel him. It's not as raw as in the beginning, but I feel him. And we have reminders. Yeah. I'm glad you did that work too, Romeo. I'm very glad you did that work. But yeah, you can. Look, Jesus came back for a reason. Oh, sorry for the loss of your dad, Aaron. I lost my dad right before I lost my son. But yeah, thank you. Hold on, I'm gonna cough. I think it's important that we have so many memories of all these people we love in our lifetime, and it makes those beautiful memories so much more special. When you think about all the times, the precious hugs with them, the laughter with them, the sweet moments with them. You know what I mean? My dad loved to call me kid, or hey babe, or kid. How's it going, kid? So I don't know if you guys caught it, but I was telling him, for once, we have to practice hypnosis, and for once someone put me under, and I was so exhausted, and I was ready for someone to put me under. And usually I do it for stress or something, but I need, so with Steven not having a job, and I was having like relapse type stuff the other day, and so exhausted. And I was like, oh, thank you for putting me under, because it's like an internal nervous system massage, and it feels so good. And I was like, thank you for doing hypnosis on me. And when I was 12, I had that near-death experience, and I got to visit God, and I could see the light. I wanted to see the light again. So I was focusing on the light when she was doing hypnosis for stress. And I focused so hard when she was doing hypnosis for stress that I got to, good night, Romeo, that I got to see my son and my dad. I hope I'm not running you off, Romeo. Please don't run off because I told that story. But, whether it was a dream or it was real, I got to see my dad and Noah. Noah looked grown. And I couldn't believe he looked grown to me. So it was amazing. It was amazing to get to see. And I was like, whether it is a dream type state or real, I just wanted to stay and see, I wanted to stay and see. I didn't want to go, because it would be the first time I got to see him look grown. And my dad goes, hey kid. And my son was giving me a message, and he looked grown. And that would be the first time and only time I got to see him grown. And it was amazing. And beautiful. And I didn't want to come out of hypnosis. I didn't want to come out. I wanted to keep looking at him and hearing him, because on earth he couldn't speak. He couldn't speak on earth. I mean, he got a rare little sentence, but he had a throat problem, and he couldn't speak on earth. And in that hypnosis, where I pushed the envelope because I was so exhausted and I wanted to go in that light, I didn't want to come back, under that hypnosis. That lasted a few moments. Because under hypnosis, you don't typically see anything like that. I had just pushed. I'm sorry, Romel. If you're still listening, if this made you run off, I'm so sorry. That was never my intention. Never my intention. But I had to share it because I was shocked. I didn't expect it. And I think I was so exhausted and pushed so hard just to be in that beautiful bathing light, because she took me into a scenario where I would be in a spa type situation. A spa. And I got so relaxed, that's where I went. I'm glad your dad is back to himself. I'm very sorry your dad's in pain. Sending healing and love to him. Love and sweet dreams to you, Ramel. I truly hope my story did not run you off, Ramel. You are loved, and protected, and prayers and healing and support you in all ways from Al. You know that. I bet your dad was a lovely man, Aaron. You are a very sweet, kind, loving daughter, Aaron. I can only imagine that your dad was a wonderful man. Oh, thanks, Aaron. But that was not my near-death experience. That's a whole different thing, Aaron. But I can promise you there's another side. I can promise you there is another side. And it makes all of this look very muted in comparison. I bet, Sarah. Sarah, I'll be glad when you get to see the package I sent you. I completely knocked myself out of the studio. I'm so glad that God gifted you in knowing that, Aaron. People must be traveling for Thanksgiving. It is a slow night. I'm so glad all of you came in here tonight. And those in the bushes. But I was unable to come on here last weekend, for that matter. It is a tough time of year for so many. Very tough time of year. And you know, things have gotten so expensive. So expensive. You're not traveling. Thank you so much, Aaron. I greatly appreciate that. You know, a long time ago, I used to say, I don't know how young I was. I can remember a long time I used to say, I wish everybody would be broke at Christmas so they would get back to what the real spirit was about. I can remember saying that a long time ago. Remember a long time ago when people used to have to make each other things or do generous things for each other, meaning from the heart, things that meant a lot to each other, out of the goodness of their heart or out of kindness, out of charity. because it meant something to one another, instead of just buying something to be buying something for a person, not knowing whether they'd like it or not, just to say, here, I bought you something. And sometimes people don't even like it, or they don't even care about what you got them or not. Oh, I got you, Sarah. I understand. Now it seems, Christmas is so very commercial that you wonder, do people really even care? Has it become just about things? Do children even really care? Little kids you get, they're happy with just about anything. Oh, got you. Yeah, the same thing I have. MS. I just had my MS appointment the other day. Oh, thank you so much, Aaron. Love and appreciation to you. I really want people to be able to reach out and connect and talk about what matters. If you're sad, talk about being sad. If something's wrong, talk about it. If you're happy and need to celebrate something, let's celebrate it, And let's get together. And two, things are picking up with my practice. I'm doing right now. I'm doing 4 pro bono clients. Most of my new clients are from New York, not New York, Dana, California. Most of my new clients are from California. So the soft opening is going well, but most of my new clients are from California. Most of them are pro bono right now. So I'm trying to do the marketing for healing integrative hypnotherapy. But I want people to understand more that this isn't hypnosis to make you quack like a duck or do weird things. This is for things like quit smoking, lose weight, lose your fears and phobias, to help with pain, to help with things like confidence, to help with, I had one lady recently that, she was dealing with things like, how do I put it? She had fears of going into her apartment, for one thing, and she was dealing with anxiety and depression, so I was treating her for that. The other one was dealing with things like she needed confidence. So I do different things like that. One guy was addicted to marijuana. So we're getting him off of marijuana. We're kicking that addiction for him. Yeah, it's okay to be sad. It's okay to feel down. However, if you feel we are all on this journey together and we support to be there for each other, truly believe that, yes. Oh, that's okay, Sarah. And you've been sick too. You've been sick as well. So that doesn't help. And weight loss is a journey. And right now I'm also getting a certification for grief. So hypnosis is about helping people with a lot of things. And I've got emergency hypnosis to help with medical things. So I'm that kind of hypnotherapist. I'm not a stage hypnotherapist. do hypnosis for stress, depression, anxiety, trauma, phobias, weight loss, to quit smoking, depression, anxiety, grief, all of that stuff. And I'm also a psychotherapist. So, my whole intention is to help people. And that's what the intention of the channel is supposed to be about. Sometimes we do other goofy things. But, I was just sitting here thinking, if I'm feeling things and going through things, all of you are feeling things and going through things as well. We want to have fun on the holidays and see everybody. But we all know we're going through stuff. Oh, Aaron, yeah. So much. And I also do EFT, which is called tapping. It's called emotional freedom therapy. I've had to do that on myself when I've had a rough day. So that's what the integrative stuff is for, because I do other things. Nothing wrong with that, Miss Sarah. Yeah. See, I'm trying to break the fear people have of hypnotherapy, because people are scared. Oh, they're going to control my brain. They're going to do this. You're awake the whole time. You hear what's going on, and you choose the suggestion that you want for the person to work on. You do talking and make a plan before the sessions. You talk about it and what's been going on. And then you talk about the suggestion you want. And then you go into therapy and you're hearing it the whole time. And then you do the suggestion that goes into your unconscious. You hear it. And then it's there. And it's working for you, not against you. You get what I'm saying? It's working for you the whole time. Because, sometimes you can make a decision and your unconscious brain is working against you because there's a pattern going back there. But if you plant something positive in your unconscious, it's working for you. That's how it goes. So, yeah. It's a good thing. And look, I was so afraid of it in the beginning, and then once I started allowing it to happen in grad school, and see, I went back to get clinically certified now, but I started in grad school. Once I finally let them do it, I was like, became a hypnosis hoe. I was like, oh, please do me, because you feel so good inside out, your whole nervous system. You can get a body massage, and then your mind and everything still be tense an hour later. This feels like a whole nervous system massage, where you're like, ugh, I feel so good. Oh, that's terrible, Sarah. I'm sorry. But hopefully you're going to feel better now. Okay? I don't want to hear about throw up. La 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 la. How did you decide to go back and take this journey? Meaning, go back and become a certified clinical hypnotherapist? Is that what you mean, Aaron? Because when I became a psychotherapist, I was trained in hypnosis as a psychotherapist. But when you're trained in hypnosis as a psychotherapist, you don't get a separate diploma for it. It's just under psychotherapist. You get what I'm saying? But you can learn specific things to become a clinically certified hypnotherapist. Was it once experience that made you realize this is what I should do? I took years off when I was taking care of my son. He was in a wheelchair and he was rare. And I've been working to go back before the board for my licensure for private practice. And I'm working to do that. And I was working to get some of my paperwork, and I've gotten some of it now. But while I was waiting, I was like, it's taking a while for me to wait. And I started looking into an accredited college program that had different modalities of certified clinical, to become a certified clinical hypnotherapist. And I didn't know there were so many different modalities of it. I thought, while I'm waiting, why don't I go back to college and do this? But I didn't know there was going to be 24 semesters crammed in a year. But I just took a leap of faith and signed up and went back to college for it while I was waiting. Does that make sense? And I was fascinated and did not know there were so many different modalities of it than what I was taught in my graduate school. I had no idea. And I had been doing hypnosis just one way. I'd been doing it just one way. Because that's all they had taught me. And I was like, whoa. I can do my psychotherapy and help people quantum leaps faster than what I had been doing if I do this too. So people can get healed faster. Does that make sense? Yes. Natasha's right. The medical industry is adding holistic practices now. And they do acupuncture. And the therapy I was doing, the regular everyday psychotherapy, if I add all these other modalities that I'm learning in with my psychotherapy, it works faster. And people don't need me as much. They need me, but not for 5 years or 4 years or 3 years. They heal quicker. They get better faster. It's like magic, but not. It's incredible. It's incredible. And please check out Natasha Razor Glam if you have not already. It's really incredible, Erin. Hey, Shabby. Yeah, no worries. I'm not going to hang on much longer because I am getting tired. I'm checking into everybody's feelings. You know, holidays are coming up. It's happy to see everybody and it's lovely. But we all know we have emotions attached to. We're going to be transparent. We're happy and grateful. But we get blue. And we have feelings about those we've lost. It's good to put a remembrance down. It's good to put a remembrance down of those we love. And take care of ourselves in the interim. And I know I'm going to pass out for 2 good days. I'm going to pass out for 2 good days when it's over. That is a faux show. I want you to remember yourselves during this Thanksgiving. Natasha says a good thing is, when people have a chemical imbalance or just in a slump, you're coming in from the medical and spiritual side. Oh, thank you, Natasha. Thank you too, Natasha. And thank you, Miss Sweet Erin. I appreciate you. Everyone, you are precious. Thank you, Erin. Everyone, take care of yourself this Thanksgiving. Slow down. Be in the moment. Do some conscious breathing. I know I push it, but it will be your best friend if you take a deep breath to count of 4. Through your nose, hold it. Slowly breathe out through your mouth. Inhale again. Hold it. Breathe out through your mouth. Repeat a few times. Do some self-care in between if you're the hostess or the host. Be kind to yourself. Have healthy boundaries. Have healthy boundaries. Enjoy your food, but don't overeat. You can always take some home if you're not the hostess. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Know when to excuse yourself. If you don't live there, know when to say goodbye and thank you. And go home. Rest when you have to, or you need to. Step away when you need to as well. Go outside for air. Have a glass of wine if you drink wine. Remember those you love. Remember them with fondness. Set a place or a memory for them, big or small. Include them in your thankfulness around the dinner table if you're going to go around. And above all, happy Thanksgiving to you all. I love you. I appreciate you. Your vibe attracts your tribe. I'm grateful for every one of you so much. I love you. Take care of yourselves, please. I'll have you in my thoughts. I'm here if you need. Drop messages behind if you're in the replay gang or if you're listening after. And if you need me, you can find me at DearDana11 on Instagram and drop me a message. You know I'm always there to listen. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much. And remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. Mwah. May the angels be watching over you. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So much love to you and many, many blessings. Good night. Bye, everybody. Take care of yourselves.